What's going on, everybody? It's Joel here, and today we're going to be doing the review of the Adidas FitBoost trainer. But first, a little update on what's kind of going on here. As you can tell, the background is a little bit different than what you've probably come to expect. As you know, most gyms are closed down, mine included. I can still go there. I do own the gym after all. I can still record there, but I am taking a little bit of time away from it. I don't think me being at the gym is all that fair for the people that pay to go to my gym and everything, so I try to not be there as much as I can. Plus, I don't really have any equipment there. It's kind of like a ghost town. I loaned out pretty much everything to all my members so that they can still do the workouts and still follow the programming that I'm putting out and everything. But this is kind of going to be the temporary home. I don't know how long temporary is going to be, but this is where I'm going to be doing probably the majority of my reviews. I might throw in a little bit of vlogging. I am currently rebuilding, I guess, kind of, my home gym. Before I really went full send on shoes, I did a lot of home gym stuff, and that's kind of like the birth of as many reviews as possible, was like barbells and gym stuff and everything. I kind of took a break off of that, and now I'm kind of doing it now out of necessity because I disbanded my home gym when I made my CrossFit affiliate. And moved everything over there, and now I'm kind of piecing everything back together. Luckily, I never gave up on home gym stuff. I have a ton of it. Bumper plates, barbells, bikes, rowers, and all that stuff. So it's really just kind of piecing everything back together and organizing everything, because this garage, it's a mess. This is my girlfriend's, her mom's garage. So I'm out here for the time being, and there's just a lot of stuff here. So excuse the mess in the back. I'm really trying to organize it as best as I can. But anyways, moving back to the Adidas FitBoost trainers. I got a lot of questions about these. Very reluctant to take a look at them initially, because they look like the Pure Boost trainers. But they're way better than the Pure Boost. These are a much better training shoe, but it really depends on the type of training that you want to do. First off, we'll start with the construction and the materials that they're using. What is this? Like random loose thread here. I don't know if you guys can see that. Random loose thread. But anyways, we have a couple different materials. Really just one main material, and it's like a knit type fabric material. It's got some elasticity to it. It does have an overlay on the lateral and medial sides, and initially that overlay is it's pretty hard against like the metatarsals of your foot, especially if you have like wide metatarsals. It will take a little bit of break-in. It was very annoying initially for me. It rubbed the outside of my foot raw, and eventually it broke in, but just letting you guys know that part of the shoe is pretty tight. Otherwise, the fit of the shoe is a little bit more on the wide side, so that's a positive thing. Back to the upper, you do have a couple of overlays on where the laces go in, just a real basic lacing system. I haven't really had any issues with the actual laces that come with it. It's just a plain flat lace. The tongue is slightly padded, breathable, it's perforated. Overall, the actual upper has not been bad past break-in. Once you get past that initial maybe like week and a half of break-in, then the shoe becomes actually really comfortable to wear. The 3 stripes on it are just an overlay. It's not sewn on or anything. It's basically the same material. It's like a TPU or PTE material that goes on top of the actual knit material. When we get to the ankle collar, there is a turned out Achilles part, which is actually very comfortable. It makes actually putting your foot inside of the shoe very easy to do. Other than that, the fit around the ankle is pretty good. There's no heel slip or anything like in the Pure Boost. That was like the biggest complaint that I had about that shoe. There is a top lace lock hole for if you wanted to secure the shoes even more. I've never even used it, so I wouldn't worry about it. The outsole is very similar to the outsole is very similar to the one that's found on the FitBoost trainer. It's got a multi-directional tread pattern. There is like a little grippy middle part for rope climbs. I use these for rope climbs to teach them. I was not all that blown away by them. I mean, you could do rope climbs in them, but I wouldn't choose these as my first pick when it came to rope climbs. This is more of just like an indoor training shoe, if anything, maybe slightly a running shoe. The outsole rises up a little bit on the sidewalls and the back to kind of cup your foot in place, but otherwise there's not a lot of materials holding your foot in place with these shoes. The fit's not that locked down, and that's one of the issues that I have with the shoe in general, is that I don't think it really fits your feet all that great. It doesn't contain your feet that well, but you know, I guess that's just kind of the nature of the way that this upper is designed. There is a full-length Boost midsole. So on this shoe, there's a dual density midsole. It's supposed to be a little bit more rigid in this inner medial part of the shoe. I haven't really noticed it all that much. I mean, if you look through the like translucentness of the outsole, you can kind of see that there's like ridges all around the outside of the Boost. Doesn't really do all that much in terms of stability. It's just a wider platform, so that you'll notice right away, but otherwise not a ton of stability because it is Boost. It's a little bit on the soft side, but it is comfortable after all. There's no technical specs on the drop. I'm going to say that this is like a 4mm, maybe even like a 3mm drop. It's a very flat shoe, and that's one of the things that I really like about this shoe. Once you put your foot in it, it's going to be immediately noticeable that the shoe is very flat. It's got some pretty decent width in the midfoot. It's pretty neutral inside of the shoe. I like that as well. The weight of the shoe is 12.2 ounces. This is a men's size 10, which is, it's okay. That's not light. That's not super heavy. It definitely feels more like a light shoe just because of how flexible the shoe is. It's not a very rigid shoe. It moves with the feet very well. So that's what I do like about this shoe. When it comes to fit, I wear these in a size 10. I think that's fine. I thought about sending them back for a 10.5, just because that initial break-in period wasn't done yet, and the outsides did rub my foot a little bit, but I stuck with it, and I think true to size is probably the way to go, unless you had like really, really wide metatarsals. Then you might run into an issue, and I just wouldn't even recommend these shoes at all. The overall fit of the shoe in general, though, is a little bit more on the wide side. So if you have wide feet, you're probably going to be okay with these shoes. So probably the best part of the FitBoost trainers is that they are comfortable and flexible shoes. The Boost midsole is plush, but it's not so soft that the shoe becomes completely unresponsive and you can't use it for other things other than like running, which is probably the best part of this shoe, but I really don't think that anyone's buying this to just have it as a pure running shoe. It's a training shoe that you can run in. It's one of the better ones. You can do things like double unders and box jumps in these shoes very comfortably because of that Boost midsole. It's comfortable and still fairly responsive. I'm going to say fairly responsive. That's about it when it comes to flexibility. I'd say that if you wanted a more flexible training shoe that has a pretty good in-shoe feel, then the FitBoost trainers are a very good pick. But when it comes to like stability, I'm going to say that these are just okay. They're okay in the fact that, yes, they're a wide platform. They're still fairly responsible. You can do moderate lifts. I wouldn't recommend doing anything heavy. I did work up to a few of my heavier Olympic lifts, and you know, when I got to like my 80s, 90% percentile range, I wanted to take these off. Like, they just became too squishy, too unresponsive. I just felt like I was pushing up against nothing when I was using these shoes. But if I was doing like a Metcon and I was handling more lighter or like middle moderate weights, I think that the FitBoost trainers were just fine. They don't hold your foot in place all that great, which kind of annoyed me. Your feet go sliding around a little bit too much, but it's something you can use, and I don't really think that these were designed for a pure lifting shoe. They're probably more designed as a like HIIT kind of shoe. That's kind of like the theme of 2020 training shoes is, you know, let's make a HIIT shoe. I do like the fact that they are on the flat side, but you know, at the same time, this would not be my first choice for squatting big weights or deadlifting big weights, but it should pass for, you know, lighter weights. If you're not too into leg day, it should be fine. So I would recommend these mainly for like your normal like Globo gym guys, gals. Probably not anybody that really wants to go hard into leg day, or if you're looking to do like Olympic weightlifting movements, these are probably not going to be the one for you. So these retail for $120, which is kind of middle of the pack when it comes to training shoes. And for me, I think that these are okay if you wanted something different. If you wanted like a Metcon shoe, if you wanted a running shoe or a training shoe that you could also run in, then I think the FitBoost trainers are pretty decent. They're very comfortable. So I really like just wearing these around because they're just comfortable. I think they look okay. The platform is wide. It's not that fatiguing to wear these for like long periods of time. So that's probably the best facet about the FitBoost trainers. But when it comes to actually training, I don't think that these are worth $120. There's plenty of other shoes that I would buy over these, and that are also actually, you know, comfortable too. Like you could buy Nano 8s on the real cheap right now for $120. I think Nano 9s are fairly comfortable too, and they're always on sale. So unless you really like, you just loved Adidas or you just loved Boost and you just wanted a training shoe that had Adidas and Boost in it, then, you know, pick up the FitBoost trainers. I think you'll probably like them. But otherwise, if you're looking for a shoe to actually like lift in for real, this is not the one. But you know, I don't think anybody that is buying this is really looking to like put up maximal loads in the FitBoost. If you guys have any questions about the FitBoost trainers, feel free to leave them in the comment section. And if you have any questions regarding like home gym stuff, like what you should get, because I know a lot of people right now are like scrambling trying to find stuff for their home gym, just feel free to comment on that. If you want me to make videos about that and what I'm doing or vlogging about that kind of stuff, then, you know, let me know as well. Make sure you follow me on Instagram at asmanyreviewsaspocible.com, or not .com, just at asmanyreviewsaspocible. The website is .com. And yeah, that's it, guys. Thanks for watching. Stay safe out there. Make sure you guys are practicing physical distancing. Stay away from people 6 feet apart. Stay safe. And yeah, that's it. Bye, guys.